Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch scale Finn. Alright you guys, and as you can see here from the packaging, we get the same very nice The Force Awakens style packaging that Hasbro has been using for the 3 3/4 inch figures, as well as the rest of the line in fact. Really like the image of Kylo Ren there at the top with his lightsaber, with the embers coming out of it, and the image on the left of the character I think is really nice to include on the card backs. The back of the box, of course, is color-coded for the assortment for the Build-A-Weapon that the figure belongs to. That way, you know, if you get these other characters, you can include all the weapons and get them built together in order to make a super weapon sort of deal. And I'll just give you a close-up here of the back, and shows you how you assemble the 3 weapons that come with the 3 different figures right there. And it also says that this Finn is from Jakku, so I'm kind of taking that to mean that there's going to be more Finns down the line, you know, maybe in different outfits or, you know, with different accessories and such. Alright you guys, and before we begin this video, I want to give a shout out to MG Villain MP478, who has been one of my subscribers from the very beginning. There have been other people as well, but MG Villain MP478 is unique in that he watches every one of my videos, and I know that he does because he comments on all of them, and you know, he gives me specifics about, you know, what he saw and what he liked in each video, what he didn't like. So, you know, I really want to thank him for doing that. I really appreciate his sticking with me for the last 2.5 years, and you know, taking the time to watch all of my, you know, videos and commenting and so forth. And he also has a really good YouTube channel. I enjoy watching it. He's very funny. If you haven't seen his channel before, I will throw a link down at the bottom. Aesthetically speaking, this is a very nice looking figure. It looks a lot like the characters we have seen him in the trailers for The Force Awakens. So on that front, it looks like they did a really nice job capturing his overall look. Coloration on him looks to be quite good. Skin color looks good. The outfit looks quite nice. You will see that there's a hole in the back, and there's a reason for that. I will show that to you in just a moment. And he does come with a couple of accessories as well. Give you a close-up look at Finn. Again, very nice sculpt work. It looks a lot like the character from the film. And as I recently learned, Hasbro isn't actually sculpting figures like from the ground up, at least for The Force Awakens, like they did in the old days with, you know, clay and a knife. What they're doing with these is actually sculpting them digitally using digital scans that were created during filming. And that isn't necessarily a new technology because they had been using that you know, as far back as 2002 when the episode 2 line came out. But even back then they were sculpting the characters from the ground up. But we know for The Force Awakens that they're definitely using computer sculpt work in order to create the figures. So they should look more accurate, basically. It does look really, really good. The hair looks quite nice. Eyes look like they're painted very nicely. It just looks a lot like the actor John Boyega, as we've seen in the film trailers and promotional images and so forth. There is a little bit of excess plastic down here underneath the chin, as you can kind of see there. Other than that, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any significant flaws. Maybe the hairline isn't painted as perfectly as I would like, but all in all, it's not terribly bad. The jacket is pretty nice looking. It actually reminds me a lot of Luke Skywalker's jacket at the end of A New Hope when he had the yellow ceremonial leather jacket. This does have a similar look to it, though it's a more muted kind of yellow. It's almost like a dark, like honey Dijon mustard sort of thing. It does look pretty good, and some nice coloring on it with the red and silver details. The hole in the back there so that you can use one of the accessories that comes with the figure. And the shirt underneath looks quite nice. Nice texture, detail on it. You can kind of move the jacket a little bit, but it doesn't come off. The pants look pretty nice. Basically, it looks like he's wearing some cargo pants. And the shoes look a little bit earthy to me. I mean, they just kind of look like something from the planet Earth almost. They're colored pretty nicely. There's kind of a little bit of like a blue wash over the gray shoes. Looks, you know, pretty good. In the way of articulation, he does have a ball joint here at the head, which gives him a decent range of articulation. It's not as good as ball joints on older figures. He has swivels at both of the shoulders and then swivels at the hips, but they don't go all that far up as far as the legs go. You know, they should go more of like a 90-degree angle. Interestingly, that's as far as they will go. So, I mean, it's what you would expect for the Force Awakens 5-point of articulation figure. But you are going to be able to get Finn in this outfit as a super articulated figure as part of the Walmart exclusive 3 3/4 inch Black Series line. In the way of accessories, Finn comes with a blaster, and I mean, it looks all right. It doesn't really scream Star Wars to me, but it looks pretty good. It's basically like, this kind of like beige gray sort of color. Finn also comes with this pack-in accessory here. And this is the one that you use if you get the other two figures, the Flame Trooper and Constable Zuvio, in order to create like a super weapon sort of thing. And I showed you earlier that Finn has a hole there in his back. And the reasoning for that is that you would use this accessory. There's a peg there, and you can pull it down, snaps in place. And then you use that to put into his back. It doesn't go in all the way, it goes in most of the way. And then you just pull these levers down. And then by kind of trying to compensate for the added weight, you adjust his legs. That way he can sort of stand with it. It's not ideal by any means. I mean, I guess if you're a kid, this might add a little bit of playability. I seriously doubt we're going to see him wear that in the film, though. It just doesn't look that great, and I don't know. I would rather save $1 on my figures and have them pack in, these sort of weird things. Or, I mean, if they have to include a pack-in, why not include something that's actually pretty cool, like they did with the Build-A-Droid series during the Legacy Collection back in, 2009 and 2010. I mean, as it is, this is just kind of not very fun at all. You can also make it look as if Finn is using an intergalactic vacuum cleaner. All right, and now I will throw Finn in with the other figures we have reviewed thus far in the Star Wars The Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch line. As you can see, Finn is a little bit taller than the Stormtrooper, but not nearly as tall as Kylo Ren or Captain Phasma. If you'd like to see the reviews on any of these other figures, links will be down in the description. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch scale Finn. Overall, I think it's a very nice looking figure. I think the sculpture on it is very good. The coloration is very good. Articulation is the 5 points that, you should expect from this toy line. I think that the gun is okay. I do kind of feel like they should have included another accessory. I know that we have seen him with a lightsaber in the Instagram teaser, so, a lightsaber thrown in here would have been pretty nice. The accessory piece that he comes with that you plug into his back and then use to combine with other figures as accessories isn't that great and not something I'm very fond of. I also think Finn is a little bit hard to stand, and that's just given the way that his legs are made. You can see that his left leg kind of goes forward, and that just makes it a little bit harder to find that balance point, which shouldn't be an issue at all on a 5-point of articulation figure. So all things considered, it's a decent figure. Finn looks to be one of the main characters in The Force Awakens, and for that reason, you're probably going to want to have him in your collection. But if you don't mind spending a little bit more, I would wait a little bit and, go with the Black Series, a super articulated figure that's going to be coming out. I think that's definitely going to be the way to go, unless you just want to have a Finn figure, then, this being a little bit cheaper, will suffice. But I think most collectors are going to be after the super articulated version. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this Finn figure. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, and as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Stay tuned, guys, because there's way more Star Wars to come. Until next time, bye-bye.